Hi, it's Zabo1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox. And today I had a kind of a throwback, an absolute throwback for some people. This will be a very weird fight for some people. But someone challenged me to a vet duel in Seoul overlooking Earth, and it was a nice view. We had a little trouble instancing. If you try and drop on someone that's near a planet, you all know what I mean. Sometimes it just won't have it and won't let you instance with each other or drop on each other. It keeps like dropping you further and further away. So I had to get him to come back away from the planet a little bit and join me. We could instance this distance. And we had a 1v1 in Cannon Vets. He had a Cannon Vet, I had a Cannon Vet. I didn't expect to win because, as you know, my vet is just a troll build with 4-shell cannons, and it's designed to annoy people more than it is to win fights. I built it to ram people and shoot people into planets. And then I found out that I'm hopeless at ramming people in vets, and the vet doesn't go fast enough to do really anything meaningful on the ram. It's actually much better being hit than it is hitting things. It's just not fast enough to conclusively ram people, which is a bit of a shame. But I went for a very specific build. I had two goals in mind, which was 3,000 tons and 9,000 shields, and I achieved both of those goals. They didn't help, but they have created just a fun troll build that I like trolling people in and having a little bit of a laugh. As long as I annoy people with my 4-shell cannons by the end of the fight, I'm kind of happy. And I definitely achieved that in this fight, so that was good. But it was a long fight, so I'm going to skip some of it and say this. So we're going to take a pause and take a quick look at what you guys sponsor. With your guys' views, you help out Big Red Rooster Cockerel Rescue, helping out cocks of all sizes, all shapes. And for the love of the cock, keep watching so we can raise money for this lovely little animal rescue and save birds like my little co-pilot here.
Eventually.
So I have cut out a lot of this fight and put it down to basically when I started to lose my shields. My opponent timed his banks much better. He also did a cheeky runaway reboot. He did a cheeky runaway rearm and get some banks off, and I'd have probably burnt my banks off by the time he ran away. If I'd have saved them, I'd have got way more out of my banks. So I should have thought, like, at some point he is going to have to do that, because I've got a 6k beam lasers, so he's going to have to go out past that to do it, which would be out of his railgun range, and I could have freely banked as well as him. It was my own dumb fault. I didn't think about it. He was also using cannons, so he'd have the same ammo issues. He'd have to do it at some point. So I should have stayed. I should have just waited him out and got more out of my banks. But you know, hindsight is 2020. It was a fun fight. It was a good fight, and I gave it oil. I gave it my best shot. I was, you know, happy with the way the ship performed. My slight issue with the fact that I've got the wrong railgun on still is an issue, but I can't change it. It's one of the things about being over the weight limit for the thrusters. It's just a slight frustration with the build, but it's been such a fun vet. It's not the most effective thing in the world, but I have rocked out and taken every challenge at 1v1s that I've had, and I've actually got a not terrible record. I've won a fair few in this thing, so you know, I never mind losing in it, because even when I've lost, I've annoyed people. I remember when I got beaten badly by Jordo Man, absolutely destroyed by Jordo Man, but people were laughing at his live stream because he was getting so frustrated at the 4-shell cannons forcing him, you know, making him miss a few times. So, you know, that's the fun for me. You know, as long as I'm not being speedrun or completely destroyed, I'm having fun, and I had a lot of fun in this fight. And GG to my opponent. It was a really awesome bit of fun. I love just blasting people with those two huge 4-shell cannons. Just makes me smile every time I see their ship like pinwheel or like disappear off. I just love using them. I love them on my Viper Mark IV. I love them on my Corvette. 4-shell cannons are so much fun. I highly recommend them. They are super silly. But yeah, Commander Lanzamark here just absolutely dominated the fight from start to finish. He was always in the lead, always comfortable. We did agree to go down to 25% hull, but I was kind of in the moment, and I was just like rah, gonna ram myself to death on your hull. And he was like, I didn't even realize I was this low on hull. I was just fixated on smashing it out. but he did point it out, and I was like, oh, right, yeah, GG. But yeah, it was a good fun fight. He dominated it from start to finish. His railgun accuracy was what won the day for him. And I'll say that's all. Thank you very much for watching. I'll let you enjoy the view as we exchange GGs, and yeah, all fun, silly vet duel. That's all. Thank you very much for watching. Lovely throwback canon vets.